Welcome back to Marbella Now. My name is Nicole King.
Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day. Halfway twisted.
This week we're back at the Foreigners Department in the Exhibition Centre in Marbella, El Palacio de Congresos. It's a fabulous space for all the international residents. Do come along, check it out and meet the team. But right now, join me to welcome the guests. CIT Marbella is a business networking association, a very established one in Marbella, with members from very tiny little companies to enormous companies such as Import Montes, who are my first guest of this week, welcoming back Miguel Montes to the studio here at the Exhibition Centre in the Foreigners Department. Miguel, how lovely to see you again. It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. Thank you, Nicole, for inviting me again and giving me this opportunity again.
My pleasure. You have literally, you're the family of one of the most established and recognized companies on the Costa del Sol. I love it firstly because it's a family business. So you third or fourth generation?
I'm actually the third generation. The company was founded by my grandfather and my mother in 1993. And now here we are. We are one of the biggest suppliers of beer, wine, spirits in the Costa del Sol. And we proudly do this for our customers, and we like what we do.
I think it's lovely that in the family that you've wanted to join in the family business. It's a very demanding business because there are a lot of restaurants. As you say, you supply most of them, and not just with alcohol. I also think you do like milk and coffee and all other supplies that they will need, and you work holidays and weekends, and you have teams that go out to repair barrels. I mean, like, you do have a very comprehensive service.
Yes, that's true. We do have a private mechanical service for the beer on drafts. When there's some problems, we can send them straight away and fix it at the moment. We don't only sell just beer and wines. We have more than 3,000 products in our catalog.
Wow.
And working with Import Montes is not just buying and selling products. We do more than that. We train our workers, and we train the workers from our customers as well. For example, we can train your waiters to have the perfect draft, the perfect beer on draft, or to do the best cocktails, to lose the less amount of syrups or things like this. So working with Import Montes is a big advantage for the customers here in the
I think that's fabulous, and I never like to be negative, but there are several businesses that I think maybe don't realize that you offer these additional services to train their staff, because most of the staff in the restaurants aren't trained. And I think that is a letdown for a lot of the places, that they don't have the infrastructure, the organization, know how to not waste money by just having everything written down and organized. And
the difficulties that our customers have is to retain the people, because obviously working in this sector is not very easy. You have to work Saturdays, you have to work Sundays, and this is something not a lot of people want. Then the wages sometimes are not very high. This is another problem. So it's difficult for them to retain them. So sometimes we do train them, but they are leaving and finding another job. So this is a big problem here in the Costa del Sol, and the lack of professionals is another big problem.
I think, as you say, if you're not paying the wages for the qualifications, then it gets difficult. So businesses pay more if you want good staff, and the clients do want good staff if you want to get return business. Like, unless you really got a perfect position place on the beach that no one cares, it really is something to take into consideration. You also carry a large stock of wines.
Yes, we do.
And I believe that you invite your customers to do wine tastings.
Yes, we do that very often. We work with more than 200 different wine houses in Spain, and we try to invite our customers so they can taste the wine and try to put this wine with the foods they have and try to find the best ones for their foods and for their customers.
Well, that's really good. Not every restaurant can have a sommelier or someone that understands. So if they can come to you and get that information,
Exactly.
then at least they can give it to their staff to repeat once they know what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. We have 2 guys, they are the wine professionals, so they will go to the customer, see what type of food, what type of customer is coming to your restaurant, and he will show you the types of wine we have that could work with your restaurant.
I think it's cute that but it's ironic, strange, that you work also with conservas, which for us are like preserves, tin things. And it's only from living in Madrid that I learned to appreciate that these preserves, like tuna or all kinds of things that you can get in tins, is like a luxury. I mean, in England, if you did that, they think you're crazy. And yet, as I say, going to the vermouth bars and things, and they have all these tins of produce and to sell. So you also do those typical Spanish things as well that some of our international businesses could give a go to as well. I think that's
Yeah, that's right. It's a big thing here in Spain, the food and conserves, and we are starting a new project in a few months. And we hope that we are lucky and that it works well.
Are you from Marbella yourself? I mean, your family's from here?
Yes, I was born in Marbella, but my family is from a small village in Ronda called Montejaque. They had to flew from Spain with the civil war and went to Germany. So they've been living 40 years in Germany. And after something happened with one of my uncles, he died. My family wanted to go back to Spain, and then my grandfather and my mom started the company.
It's a lovely story. You should be writing a book. The history of Import Montes is quite lovely. And you went to school locally. What did you think of all the international community growing up?
Well, actually, I went to the German school here in Malaga, so I was 14 years in a German school.
That is good.
My education is totally German. And yeah, I think Marbella's a very nice place because we have this community where it's not only Spanish, you have so many nationalities, you can learn so many things from other people from outside, and this makes Marbella very special.
Do you have a lot of international clients as well?
For sure. And now we are seeing that the market is changing. Before it was a lot of English, now it's a lot of Swedish, Finnish, Scandinavians. It's changing all the time because now after Brexit, it's been a completely game changer right now, and the English are going out of Marbella, but a lot of people are coming in. So we're ready.
And most of them drink. So I
Yes.
mean, doesn't matter what nationality they are. In the majority,
Yes.
they're all having a drink. So you're good. But you also run ranges of companies that do 0.0 and the non-alcoholic drinks. Even now with vodkas and gins, they brought out
Yes.
things that are either 0 or very small percentages.
It's a very big thing right now in Spain, the zero alcohols. We work straight with Diageo. Diageo is the owner of brands like Johnny Walker, Tanqueray, and they all have their zero alcohol, or we are the official supplier of the Costa del Sol of Heineken. Heineken has his 0.0 beer. For me, it's one of the best beers, 0.0 beers in the world, and it's working very, very good. Because right now the people are getting more into the healthy lifestyle, and alcohol and healthy lifestyle is a little bit difficult to match.
Exactly. So if you can match and meet everybody's taste, why not?
Yes.
And definitely, I'm a big one with our Zero Hero initiative, in the sense of you can have fun without having alcohol.
For
So
sure.
I think it's just setting an example, leading by example. Well, congratulations. If people want to contact you, I think you don't just supply businesses. So if somebody wants to buy a case of wine for an individual, I
Yes.
understand that you will cover all size.
We cover
Orders.
We cover everything. So if someone wants to have water, milk, or coffee delivered to their home, we do that. If someone has a private party, we do that as well. You just need to call us, and we will help you.
That is fabulous. Save all that shopping for a party. Do you have minimum orders?
Just over 100 euros is okay.
Well, that's fair enough. That's more than fair enough. Import Montes, congratulations. I was going to ask you how many employees you have, but I don't want to give you a heart attack. I don't want to bring it like to that, the reality of running a business such as yours.
So actually we have right now we're like 60, but in the summer we're almost 100.
Wow, that's a lot of people. Unless you have a business in Spain, you can't appreciate what kind of commitment that really is. So you're a very brave family, and it's lovely that you're carrying on the legacy. And I hope it won't be so long since we get you back on the next time on the program. We'll go in one of your trucks with you one day, actually,
Sure.
doing some deliveries.
Sure.
Miguel, thank you. Gracias.
Thank you very much, Nicole.
And your English is fabulous.
Thank you.
Absolutely fabulous. Well done.
Hi guys, Ross here from Hogan Stand. Proud to be a member of the Zero Hero campaign. And we recommend everybody. Nobody drives drinking. Everybody who drives a car doesn't have any alcohol in their system, and we're proud to sponsor the Zero Hero program.
You've been out of shape and you feel like you've missed it. You dropped out the
Zero Hero.
Welcome to Picú Banus. Zero Hero, welcome to Bel Mare.
hey, it's a brand new hey.
A big thank you to Sonia for sending along our next guest. His name is Alex Postman. He's from Sweden and he's a racing driver, and he's here in Spain, in Marbella, to take part in some championships for Andalusia, and I'm excited to know more because obviously I know nothing about the subject, you can tell from my introduction.
Yeah.
Alex, lovely to meet you.
Thank you for having me here.
My absolute pleasure. So you're just visiting Marbella at the moment?
No.
You live
I
here?
live in Marbella.
Fabulous. For how long?
I live for 2 years now.
Do you like it?
Yeah, really nice.
How old are you now?
15.
You're 15. I thought you were
Yeah.
like 17. So you are, I'm about to say a baby. You're 15. You're not a baby, of course.
Yeah.
So you've lived here since you were 13. What was the exchange like coming from Sweden to here?
So we moved 2 years ago because of the better weather here and nice people, and also for motorsport. I think motorsport is a much larger sport in Spain. So that's also partially why we moved.
So your whole family changed because you like racing?
I think it was
Part
more
of it.
50-50.
There's a part of the influence
because they
there.
also wanted like the nice weather and everything.
Who doesn't? It's definitely
Yeah.
a happier atmosphere when the sun shines.
Exactly.
Without a doubt. So when did you get into racing? How old were you?
I think I started when I was like 7 years ago. That's when I was 8, I think.
And is this something that mum and dad just bought you like one of these toy cars and you liked it and you progressed from there? Or was it you saying, I want to do this? How did it come about?
I think it was I mostly wanted to do it. My dad has raced in go-karting a lot when he in Brazil, because that's where we lived before Sweden. So I watch him like every weekend, all of his races and so on. So I think from then I've like gotten like the
Yeah, you wanted to,
wanted
you saw
to-
the fun
yeah,
of it.
I saw the fun. So then I wanted to start, and then when we moved to Sweden, I got to start racing.
And now you're taking it that step further. So what kind of competitions have you been? Tell us first a bit about the type of car you race. Because I went in and had a
Yeah.
little look to see, what you were up to. And it reminded me of Fernando Alonso when he started, because
Yeah.
he did a lot of go-kart racing
Yeah.
as a kid and then progressed.
Yeah.
But it looks a bit sturdier than that.
Yeah, so this is supposed to be like the next step from go-karting. So it's a bigger car with suspension and so on. So it drives the larger tracks and so on. So it's quite different from go-karting. I think it's a good step forwards in my career, and I think that it's a good step before other racing cars. So Formula 4, Formula 3, and so on to Formula 1, or if I decide to do LMP1 or something like that.
I love the way you just come out with all
Yeah.
these things that you could potentially do.
Yeah.
How do you mix this with studying and getting to practice? Because I imagine like
Yeah.
any sport, you need to practice.
So I usually train on the weekends. I do go-karting on most weekends because it's quite physical in a way.
Where do you do that?
In Campillos. There's a go-kart track, I think is an hour 15 from here. So I go during the weekends and train there. And then I think it's once or twice a month we drive with the other race car with Marbella Motorsport. And yeah.
So you found a nice little group to hang out with that like the same things, and obviously people that you can learn from with all the different aspects. You're going to be competing from May until basically the end of the year in different challenges. So what's that all about? Is that part of an official championship, or is it just like a fun people getting together and making a championship?
No, this is an official championship. It's called the Cava Championship, so it'll be all around Spain. I think it's 5 races. The first one is now in April, the 21st. So I'm really looking forward to that. And
is this specifically for the category of car that you drive, or is it just different types of cars racing? How does it work?
There'll be a mix. I'll be driving in a series called the Formula Mix, which will be Formula 3 cars and all of the Radicals, which I'll be driving. I'll be driving the Radical SR1.
Very rad.
Yeah.
And what do your friends at school think about your hobby or your
They think it's cool.
semi-profession?
Yeah, they think it's quite cool. They like following it, and sometimes they watch, which is always fun. So yeah.
And at school, what are the things that you like to study, or is it just passion for the cars, or you also have other interests?
In school, probably sports. I mean, it's not really a subject, but I enjoy doing sports, so that's always fun to do in school. And then mostly racing. That's what I like to do.
Well, it's amazing for just being 15 years old what you've already achieved.
Yeah.
What do you feel is your most satisfying moment so far? What has been your biggest highlight?
I think last year when we did the Rotax Max Challenge in Sweden, I think the most satisfying was when we got some wins and a lot of podiums. So I'm really happy with that. That was a good start to last season. So yeah.
And have you had any really scary moments?
Not really. Maybe spinning with the Radical.
Good. Don't keep it that way.
Yeah. Not really that much scary.
And when you're traveling, what kind of speeds are you doing when you're racing?
With the Radical now, I think around 230, 240 on the straights.
Wow.
So it is quite quick.
That is quite quick.
Yeah.
That's ridiculously quick.
Yeah.
Mummy, Daddy, what are you thinking? And then the baby go out there doing this. It's like horrifying.
My dad likes it, but my mum is...
I can imagine. I'm sorry, Mummy. I might just be hot. Like, yes, I can imagine.
I think she's gotten used to it because I've done it so many years. So
I don't think we ever get used to that, but I think obviously as a parent, one appreciates that you want your children to be happy and do what they like, and obviously you're good at it.
Yeah.
What kind of talents do you have that make you better, that makes you win? So what are you doing differently? Because it's like you're getting in a car and you're driving. What is it that your little tricks, what makes it that you save time and makes it easier and safe?
I think is that I want this more than everyone else. I want the win more than everyone else. So I train really hard. I go gym, I run, I train on the simulator. So I train a lot to be able to perform at my best in the races.
Do you know why you want to win? I mean, it's like a strange question, really,
it's
a bit
a
deep.
nice,
but
oh yeah, it's a really nice feeling where you win. It's like you look forward to it always and hope.
And you have the whole podium set up and.
Yeah, it's just a big celebration where you win and you really want that.
Oh, it's fabulous.
Yeah.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
I have a little brother. He plays football, so he doesn't do racing.
Okay.
He's really good at football instead.
And the school you went to, which school have you been to, or do you go to?
So right now, I'm going to the British International School of Marbella, which is in Nageles. And then I think...
He's looking at his dad now, getting confirmation. What's
after
happening?
summer, I think I'll change to another school called Atlas, which is an American school, close by.
They're more concentrated on sports, I think,
Yeah,
aren't they?
exactly. Because at the moment, I don't get really time off to do racing and pursue my career in that way. So we have to change sport in order to continue.
But it's really nice in Marbella that we have so many schools of different nationalities that have different specialities that suit. Because I know that one of my friend's children ended up going all the way down to Soto Grande because she was artistic. And that is the best school if you're into arts, that they give more time to those things. It's lovely that you found a school that you think could be more suitable.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that Mum hasn't got to worry about two of you racing at 200 and God knows what kilometres on the straight. I wish you best of luck.
Thank you very
for
much.
all your competitions and that you carry on enjoying it.
Thank you very much.
And well done, you're doing great on an
Yeah.
interview. You're very young to be
Yeah.
out here facing the world. But if you can drive at 240 kilometres on a road, I don't think it's that scary chatting with me.
No.
No. In
Not that.
comparison, it's a doddle,
I
right?
got used to it.
Well
Yeah.
done. It's lovely to meet
Thanks.
you, Alex.
Thank you very much.
And thank you, Sonia, for the introduction. It's lovely to know that we have youngsters like this in our community and to be able to support them. What's your Instagram? How do we follow you?
You can follow me at Alex Postman Colson, right? Yeah. And then I also have
Alex
a web-
Postman Costa.
No, Alex Postman Colson.
Oh, okay. Right,
And then-
you got the second
And then
surname.
also on my website, you can find more information. It's called postmanracing.se.
Okay, well, we'll have that all on the
Yeah.
screen and we
Perfect.
will be following you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Monica.
Hi, I'm Paula.
We are sisters and we are here to talk to you because we are the founders of Family Support Group. This is a company that began many years ago when our mom died. It was something horrible for us because nobody can help us. And in this moment we decided that no one who faced a terrible illness can be in the same process like us.
So that was the reason that we created Family Support Group. And we bring you the doctors, caregivers, and nurses to your own house for help you.
Our mom wanted to be at home, and we had problems with the healthcare system in Spain because you must talk with a lot of doctors, you must try to investigate many things and many information, and we were absolutely alone.
We can bring you all the medical service to your house.
We want to be your family support group.
No one needs to pass away in a hospital or in a hospice. You can be in your own house with your family and with all the dignity and treatment that you need for your family. Call us. We are here for you.
Zero Hero, welcome to the sister restaurant.
I love meeting new people, but it's equally as nice to welcome back familiar faces, and Desi Egan is certainly one of those. He's been coming to Marbella now for 9 years, coming from Ireland normally to Spain.
Yes.
To perform, and
Yes.
Desi, I can't say how lovely it is to see you
Thank
again.
you very much, Nicole.
It's
Great
been
to
actually
see
a couple of years, I think, since I saw you. I didn't catch you the
it's a
last
couple-
time you were here.
Yeah, just before the pandemic, I think.
Exactly. So tell us a bit about what you've been up to, because you are a born performer.
Thank
I mean, you are a living showman. If ever there was someone who is a showman that I know, you're certainly one of them.
Thank you very much, Nicole. I've been fortunate enough to during the last couple of years, I've started to work with the American Drifters, a tribute to the American Drifters show. And we have started to work on a very, very successful show for the lads. Two of the lads had worked originally with Ray Lewis, who was one of the original members of the band. So to have this magic which has come onto our show, coming from the original Drifters, so I have to get this fantastic sound, and the music is unreal. Harmonies are perfect. The lads all dressed up, looked the part, got the real slick Drifters.
They got the moves.
All the moves, does all the dances. I saw them in Marbella about 3 or 4 years ago. And I said, lads, I'd love to have you come and do some shows with us. So we brought them to Ireland, and they have been a phenomenal success over there. We're actually out next week in Ireland. We have 3 shows sold out with them. The music they do is so iconic. It's going back for generations. They are the original boy band, the Drifters itself. And as you know, there's a very successful show in the UK called The Drifter Girl, originally from the lady that manages and had the original Drifters name, runs that now with her daughter. And they take that show around everywhere. But our show is an actual group of lads who perform the Drifters music. So we're in the Cervantes Hotel on the 15th of June.
Where is the Cervantes Hotel?
It's in Torremolinos.
Okay.
Just beside the train station, in the underground train station there, right in the centre of town.
And this is the 15th of June.
Yes, Saturday
So you're
the
here
15th.
Now setting everything up, I imagine, doing
Yes.
all the preparatories.
Yes, we're very fortunate. We have some great guys that has been taking up the mantle and helping us promote the thing, which is fantastic. And it's fantastic to come along here today and let people know it's on, because we're only doing the one show this summer. And we have so many local people here in Spain wants to go and see this. They've been contacting the local organisations and getting buses to it. So there's a few buses actually going to it.
And I imagine quite a few people as well, if they're coming from that bit further away, if you don't want to drink and drive, to stay at the hotel.
Yes.
Book yourself a room at the Cervantes.
And have a meal there and stuff. But it's a real genuine one of the old cabaret show style night outs.
And I think that is what is going to make it that we do leave Marbella, because we always joke between us that you have a place here and you know that we don't like to leave Marbella.
Funnily enough, you have a habit. We sort of live together all around this area between Marbella and Picú Banus, and that's where we hang out. We all know each other for a long time here. And we kind of never end up driving down towards where a lot of the tourists go. And I know from being in the entertainment industry, Nicole, over the years, it's a little bit starved over there for a nice, good bit of entertainment.
I like the fact that it's good old school entertainment.
Yes.
That you're getting a show.
Yes.
That it actually is a performance. There's not just singing or it's music we know, but it's also reminiscing, but in a great, entertaining.
Yes, and the lads, it's cabaret, old style cabaret. We actually have I'm doing for about 15-20 minutes myself, and then we have a local chap.
What kind of things are you be singing? Let's stay a little bit and talk about you.
Well, I have a few singles that's out that has done very, very well for me in the last couple of years. I do a mixture of Earth, Wind and Fire, a little bit of ABBA, a little bit of Tony Christie, a little bit of up-tempo, happy music, a little bit of Andy Williams, that type of style.
I loved Andy Williams.
You're Too Good to Be True, a disco version of that. And then it's entertaining, and it gets the crowd going before the lads. But before I actually go on, I came across a local chap called Juan José Portero. And
That's Juan José Portero para los españoles. Good try though, that was a good try.
Sorry.
No, I'm just messing with you.
And he does a fabulous Julio Iglesias tribute. So he's doing that for about 15 minutes before we start off the show. And so it's tying in a bit of the Spanish with the American and the English that I'd be doing.
Yeah, but the Spanish on a level that the Brits can handle. I'm Brit, so I can say the Brits. in the sense of a Julio Iglesias. We all know and love Julio
Yes.
Iglesias. We can all sing along to that.
Yes, yes.
And we can all sing along to your songs, and we can all sing along to the Drifters. So it's a very interactive cabaret evening.
Absolute. Everybody knows all of the songs. We won't be surprising anybody with something that they won't hop up and dance to. You can, once you get going on this, normally we have a space left aside for dancing as well, so they can hop and do a bit of a boogie around.
And the setup in the hotel, is it there going to be an intermission? Is there a restaurant that people can have a meal afterwards? Or what kind of opportunities, or haven't you worked that out yet?
We're going to start the show around 8 o'clock. Now, most people will have had their lunch and dinner before that. But there is restaurant facilities in the hotel, obviously. And also then you can have a drink in the bar that night, table service, because it's set out in the cabaret style, so all of tables.
Oh, lovely.
And candlelight, the whole works. Nice moody lighting in the venue itself. And when the show is over, then I've put on another local chap who's involved in some music here as well, for a finale up in the bar.
Okay.
You know,
after hours.
I'm obviously, Irish, so we never kind of stop partying over there. It's go, go, go all the time. So there's about an hour afterwards just to wind down and have a drink and have a bit of a sing-song upstairs. So it's a good night's entertainment now.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And I'm very delighted to say that Desi is going to be giving away a few tickets to our viewers. So if you would like to take part and enjoy this fabulous event that's going on the 15th of June in the Hotel Cervantes in Torremolinos, how about just send me a private message either by email or a DM on one of the social medias with one title of a Drifters song, and then we will take all the replies and just do a potluck, pick out a name from the hat to see who wins. So we've got 3 pairs of 2.
Yeah.
So 3 pairs of 2 tickets for the 15th of June. And I have to say, I went to Torremolinos, took my oxygen mask on, had all my jabs.
Yeah.
At the end of last year for an event at the exhibition centre, the Foro Acte. Torremolinos is lovely.
Absolutely.
It's a really nice place, well organised, very well set out, good parking, and the prices are so much cheaper than Marbella.
Yes, very, very good.
That was very refreshing. That was very nice to see.
Yeah,
it's worth leaving Marbella sometimes.
Yeah, the lovely job done on the square. At the back of the hotel, Cervantes, that leads out onto the back of the hotel, brings you onto fabulous shopping areas, and it's all regenerated down there. They've done a great job at the council down there, the people that looks after things. It's very, very good. So it has changed a lot, Torremolinos, since I very first came there the first time.
I mean, when you think about Torremolinos, back then, Torremolinos, it had a whole different, concept going on. But yes, it's quite nice now, Torremolinos. Yeah, it's quite fitting for us to go and visit.
Come down and visit.
Exactly. It's for the likes of all of us now. Desi, I'm delighted to see you. How long are you staying this time?
I'm just here a few days, just on promotional, and I'll be back in a couple of weeks' time, and we're setting up the sound, making sure everything's right, and everything is 100% for that show. I want to make sure everything's tip-top for it, So I'll go back in a couple of days, but we'll be visiting again.
Ireland must be very proud of you. I mean, you really do them justice where you promote and travel everywhere and take acts there, so well done you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I look forward to seeing you on your next visit.
Pleasure indeed. I'm looking forward to you coming down, having a good night with us, and bringing you some of your friends.
I will be there. It's not a threat, it's a promise.
Thank you very much.
I will be there.
Brilliant.
On the 15th of June at the Grand Hotel Cervantes in Torremolinos.
Gracias.
For a lovely cabaret evening with the Drifters, a little bit of Julio Iglesias and ABBA and Earth, Wind and Fire, and a little bit of Desi. Always good to have a little bit of Desi. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hey, hey.
0 Heroes, welcome to Urban Chai.
Fantasía.
This week we're welcoming new faces to the programme, familiar faces to the programme, and now my next guest, Lotta Hammer, is someone I have a lot of love for, although I don't actually know her very, very well. We meet up lots of times, but we share a dear friend, Noelle Bohorquez. I went to school with Noelle until I was like 17, and Lotta met, I think, Noelle when she was 17, and so we have this person in common that gives us this special relationship.
Special bond, no?
It is a special
family.
It's a special bond. I don't see you often enough.
And connection to the UK as well.
Also. So tell us a bit about you, because I know that you're Noelle's dear friend.
Yes.
And I know you do essential oils, and I know you've just started doing something new. But I'm going to take advantage of having you on the programme, Lotta. Tell me, where are you from? Tell me a bit
I'm from
about
Sweden
yourself.
originally.
Okay, so you're Swedish.
Yeah, and I came here and grew up here with my parents. And then subsequently went to London. I was in London for 20 years studying. That's where I met Noelle.
Studying for 20 years?
Well, studying life. No, studying for a few years. And then I ran my own galleries. I had a few galleries, art galleries, and I went all over the world with them. So it was quite a high level, which was very exhausting. And I ended up having a nervous breakdown, basically.
Very stressful.
Yeah, very stressful. I mean,
dealing with artists anyway. I mean, all those temperaments.
But that's kind of good because it gave me a background to be able to deal with people with therapies, you know, because now I'm doing these holistic therapies and it helps you. It's kind of really good background. It helped me with a lot of things. It helped me with writing because I'm a writer as well. And it helped me because I had to write press releases all the time. So I did a lot of writing. So, yeah.
Did you get into holistic therapies because that's what, when you had your breakdown, that is the way that you found your way back?
That's how
just wanted to share that?
It took me a long time, but I went down, because my father was actually a doctor, a medical doctor, but my mother was into alternative. She was a physiotherapist, but was into holistic things. Way back, you know, in the early 80s.
So when it was a rude word almost.
Yeah, I know, exactly, Chinese medicine and all that, and my dad was like, ooh, you know, not for us. So I had the two polarities, you know, and I decided medicine wasn't for me, and I went down the other way. And interesting, I discovered a lot of things. And then down here, I found somebody called Mary Staggs who helped me a lot with, had lots of bowel problems, digestive things.
Does that come from a psychological? Because they do say that all our ailments come from basically...
Exactly, something like 95% come from originally from emotional stuff.
Exactly, from emotional stress. And stress has become the lead killer, basically, because it causes so many different ailments.
And the interesting thing was, years ago, stress was just stress. You know, it was like stress. Okay, it's almost like it's a condition. But they didn't kind of see it as an emotional connection. But now it's, you know, now it's all out there, isn't it? Now it's the emotional, so, which is why you can work with these emotional therapies so well, you know, because...
What is emotional therapy?
Well, I mean, basically like there's so many different therapies, modalities, but what I'm doing now is something called Rahani, which not a lot of people know about.
I've never heard of that.
No, it's a spiritual modality for healing, and it's basically, it's really beautiful, very, very beneficial. And it's basically, it's called Of One Heart, and it kind of means that it's connecting the earth energy with the spiritual energy, another dimension. And as you probably know, we're moving into the fifth dimension now.
Well, let's say people like yourself, with your interests and abilities, talk about things like, oh, as you know, move to the fifth dimension. People don't know these things.
No, it's a different frequency.
But do you know what I mean? In the sense of those people who look at that we are energy and frequency and into holistic health, I think may have an idea. But I think a lot of people have never heard of that we're moving into the fifth dimension. What does that mean?
Well, we were in a third, more denser frequencies. It's all about frequency.
So it's about frequency.
We are all energy. Yeah, we're all energy, right?
Right?
And so we're all working on frequencies. Now, we have been on a much lower frequency.
When you say we have?
The world.
The world.
The world, yeah, exactly. And
because of our emotions, because of the way the planet resonates? Or?
Yeah, because of, it's a combination, basically. And it's also now a connection with, a spiritual energy that's coming in. And we're moving in, and so like a lot of the children now that are born are on a different higher frequency. So you have all these kids who get diagnosed with ADHD and all these, hyper or whatever sensitivity. But it's often not the right diagnosis. Often it's because they're on a different frequency.
Yeah, well, we don't want to go that way because I've worked in that field for so many years, and as we brought it up, if you have a diagnosis, it's giving a name to a list of symptoms. Yeah. But that is it. Yeah. That is what it is. It's a name that they've given to a list of symptoms. And I think obviously because we see and light stimulates our vision, if your light's too fast and aggressive, that can also create you to be more
or just the vibration, because we're all on a vibration.
The frequency is just too much stimulation. So it's definitely on the same path there. It all does come down in the end to frequency and stimulus and vibration.
So Rahani is this kind of new modality which can help children really well, because it can help them to ground their energy.
But what is it, meditation or exercises?
No, it's a healing that I wouldn't call myself a healer, I'm like a channeler. So it's a really, really beautiful energy that works
different to Reiki?
Yes, it's on a higher level. Reiki is more earth level. And this is, it's like, connecting to the divine, basically. And it's a very, very beautiful healing energy. And basically, if you come to me, you just lie on the what do you call it?
The bed.
Camilla, the bed. And it just channels through you, the energy. And it works on the three minds, which, subconscious, conscious, and we've got something called the higher conscious, which is what we connect to, to whatever's out there. It's a bit.
Is that the one that drives for us when we're distracted in the car?
No, that's the subconscious.
That's the subconscious.
Yeah. And the subconscious only hears what the conscious tells it. It believes everything, right? But the higher consciousness is, when you have a gut feeling. Yeah. You suddenly get a gut feeling. That's where you've connected to it. So, and the thing is, because Rahani is on a very high vibration, it's a very fast modality. It's very fast healing. So you can actually clear things if you come sometimes to only 1 to 3 sessions, and if you have facing challenges in this lifetime, or possibly from other lifetimes, you're able to transmute it and clear it very quickly. So that's why it's different to lots of other modalities, because it's just on a different frequency.
So how did you train for this? How did you find out about this?
By coincidence, through a friend, but I've done it through Ireland, another Irish connection.
Amazing, we're having a well-Irish program. Yeah. Get ready for the next one.
My trainer is actually, or my coach, whatever you call it, she's in close to where the next lady is coming in from, close to Limerick. So yeah, have a connection here with them. But it can help on all sorts of levels, and the fact that it's so fast. I've already had some incredible, and the fact that you don't have to talk, it's just quiet. So you don't
basically
have to
you're emanating energy.
Yes.
To that person.
Yes, exactly. And it is whatever comes up, because in the end it's there. It's like with all these types of therapies, it's all your own higher self that kind of transmutes it.
But does the recipient have to be open to it? Do they have to do anything, or they can literally lie there, not believe a word of it, and just receive?
Yes, they can just receive. It's just receiving. And obviously they come with an issue. Somebody might just come with the fact that they want to relax, or they feel stressed, or anything general, but very specific. It works on the physical body and the emotional.
I want to try this and see what happens.
Come and try. I would love to give you this beautiful energy, because it's just gorgeous.
Just to have an idea what it's about, because it sounds kind of like airy-fairy to people that you're not into this world. But I remember years and years ago going to a lady do a Reiki therapy in Madrid, and it worked wonderful. And I went back again another time. And that day I think she had something else on her mind, because I left feeling totally disheveled, as if you had all the files in drawers and then closed them with all the papers hanging out.
Oh gosh.
And afterwards, but that for me actually, I think, validated that it works when someone puts their energy towards you.
Exactly.
Because if they do it right, it can be done well. And if they do it wrong, it can actually quite upset the what's going in the barrel.
The channeler has to be in a kind of, switched
Now,
off
but as I say,
mode,
that day
yeah.
I thought, I bet, oh, she's not coming from a good place. I feel like a real mess.
But
I had
sometimes
that
it can be
bonus.
your energies clashing as well, that could happen. But
Just a lot going on in my head that she opened up or whatever.
I've been giving it to Noelle actually, and she's really pleased with it.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so that's good.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I still do the clinical hypnotherapy.
And what is clinical hypnotherapy?
I studied under Lux, Lux Clinic with Sandy Ashing, and it's basically that works with the subconscious, but it's more clinical. So it's more like, you would go to a medical doctor and fill in you go through you have a whole kind of session where you go through everything, but we can also deal with things like stop smoking. It's a special kind of technique, to help you stop smoking. There's things like losing weight.
Yeah, Sandy lost a lot of weight.
Yeah. She specializes in this hypnosculpting. I'm actually working with golfers, with motivation. People like Tiger Woods, he's been doing hypnotherapy since he was 13 years old, because it works on the psyche, obviously.
Very important. You're taking that all-important shot.
Yeah.
You don't want to be thinking about what you're going to be spending your winnings on. You want to be really...
Exactly, focused.
Focused.
Yeah. So it helps with focus and like manifestation and relaxation and confidence, all sorts of things. Yeah.
And your essential oils, are you still doing those?
Yeah, well, that I incorporate into the holistic side of things. So I still do reflexology and Vitaflex, which is kind of aromatherapy, kind of massage and things like that. And then I give oils to people. I actually incorporate into my Rahani as well. It's quite nice, you can have it in the room in a diffuser, depending on whatever essence you like, depending on what the person is. If the person needs to calm down, you can put lavender mixed with bergamot or whatever.
So basically, it's stimulating the senses and controlling the senses.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And it's a healing. I mean, it's you can use it topically as well. The oils, you can use them topically. But what's interesting about, say, if you have reflexology, which I do as well, holistic reflexology, you cannot give that to a pregnant lady in the early stages of...
What is reflexology?
Reflexology is working on your feet. It's basically working all the pressure points on your feet, yeah? So you have a point for all your organs in your body on your feet. So you can actually balance the whole body system through that. It's beautiful.
Wow.
But some people don't
Why wouldn't you be able to do that to a pregnant woman? How can your feet interfere with the pregnancy?
You're not allowed to do that because it's, I don't know, that's just the law. You're not allowed to. There's a lot of therapies you're not allowed to give to a pregnant woman if she's pregnant less than 3 months. You have to wait till the 3 months. But Rahani, you could give whenever. This is the nice thing. So I chop and change, depending on where the person is at. You can also work Rahani with children, whereas hypnotherapy, you can't work on a child less than 7 years old. You shouldn't really. But you can with Rahani. Give it to anybody.
I love the way that you love learning all the new aspects that basically complement all the abilities that you already have.
And you can work with animals. I love, you love dogs, I love dogs. We all have dogs. And Rahani you can do on dogs. It's fabulous. I did it with my dog this morning. And they are so quick in receiving, so they only need 5 to 10 minutes. And he actually had a stomach problem this morning, and I really calmed him down, It's fantastic.
Well, congratulations, Lotta. Really
Thank you.
lovely to hear an update of what you're up to and get to know a little bit more about you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Noelle, for the introduction to this lovely young lady. And well done. I'll contact you and come and do a Rahani. I want to know more about this.
Good.
Yeah, ask a lot of questions, like, don't know what things are, but I think a lot of us don't actually know a lot of these newfangled things that are out there.
And this is very new. So.
And I think it's nice to know what's out there, and then we can make our own decisions with the information.
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hey, hey.
Hero, welcome to Sunday.
Same here, customers are welcome to restaurant Alameda in Obal Urban Hotel in Marbella.
The Irish don't figure on our Marbella town census as the largest population. However, they're everywhere. There are so many Irish people in Marbella. Hello, Anne. Welcome
Hello.
back to the programme.
Thank you for having me, Nicole.
Oh, an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
But isn't it curious? I mean, you're Irish, but do you not find that there is an exorbitant amount of Irish people on the coast?
They're everywhere.
Everywhere.
The market on Saturday, I just stop and I love to hear the accents.
I love to hear it too. It reminds me very much of like Andalus in the personality, the warmth, the joy, the liking having fun, treating everyone like family and just being very welcoming, the closeness with family, with children, grandparents, and this, this just being everywhere, being everywhere.
It's great.
It is. I mean, even on this week's programme, it's lovely about Irish people, even Lotta with her Irish connections. But you're a happy bunch. And it was very nice to have you all in Marbella. Did you have a nice St. Patrick's Day?
Oh, I loved it. 25 of us got together at a house, so it was wonderful.
It's nice to see how Marbella, everywhere in the world goes green.
Isn't it?
Because the Irish are not just on the Costa del Sol.
Everybody wants to be Irish on St. Patrick's Day.
But I think it's not just on St. Patrick's Day. I think it's one of those nationalities that it's like you really are just nice people.
Thank you.
It's lovely to have you here and to see you doing so many things. One just has to look at Anne and can see that your past life is a model, very much fashion and modelling. Do you miss it?
I don't, because I do it here. I work for Costa Women, I volunteer for Costa Women in Marbella, and I also do fashion shows for charity, so
that's the way of you keeping your finger in, because I see that you do that, but I hadn't really put it together. You do all your fashion shows and the luncheons, which are wonderful and always packed and sold out. But of course, that is the way that you keep your finger in and you do. And it's lovely to see the women who do the fashion shows.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And the women, the audience sitting down, they love it.
But it's a nice way to shop.
I know, isn't it?
What a great way to shop. Just go to lunch and then have lovely ladies strolling around the luncheon and
it's
then
relaxed.
you can buy it is relaxing.
It's styled for you. You know how to put it together, and it's wonderful.
Exactly, and we're seeing normal, everyday people. I mean, you are a little bit more gorgeous than most, but that's just par for the course. But it's nice to see that each model shows you, as you say, how it's going to look when you're wearing it out and about. And we have some really nice designers and boutique groups here that really put together nice collections.
Absolutely, and the models, they're all younger, older, all different age groups, which is great as well.
It is lovely, really lovely. Well, congratulations on the Costa Women, because I was with Ali just last week, and now all the years that she's been going, and I joined at the beginning, and it's nice that they have the online groups, but at the same time you have the presential events. And it's lovely that Ali has you for the Marbella area. She must be well proud.
I love it, and I love women connecting and women walking into a room who haven't ever met and become friends. That's really special for me.
It is, and there are a lot of women that are either single for one reason or another. And it is a great way to not feel left out and to get involved. Do you personally, if you know that there's someone who's coming on their own, if someone wants to go, do you make sure they're sitting with the right person?
I always do it, Nicole. I will either sit them with me if I'm seated, or someone who's friendly. I always do, and you can see them walk in the door and their fear on their face. I've been there, I've done it, I know what it's like. So we mind them.
But I think that's exactly it. And I think a lot of people actually contact me and ask me, and I say, join Costa Women. Oh, I can't go. And it's like, no, because once you book, even if you're going on your own, the minute you book and you say you're going on your own. So I just wanted to check that really is the case.
It is, absolutely.
Because that is the objective.
Can see it. And we've all been there. We've all walked into a room we don't want to walk into. But it's the minute, the 2 minutes, and then you're fine.
Exactly, because then you're put with the right people. So that's really nice to know. And so just in general, that is the answer to that question. You're also very involved with charity. I know Michael got you involved. I think it's the Irish connection there. You're Irish, so you're going to do this for me. And seeing that you have such an open and willing disposition. you're helping and organising with Darkness to Light,
Yes.
which is a suicide prevention campaign, really, in summary. Unfortunately, Michael lost his son to suicide, which is how he started this incentive here on the Costa del Sol. But it comes from Ireland initially, Darkness to Light. Tell us a little bit
It
about
started in 2004 in Dublin. Again, a lady who had lost a family member to suicide. She started doing a walk. You walk in the dark and you walk into the light, so it's darkness into light. It's a wonderful walk. So it started in Ireland, as I said, but it's in many places around the world now. And it's here, and it's on May the 11th, and it starts at 6 a.m.
This is the thing, it's getting up early to be there at 6 a.m. But the philosophy of that you start walking in the dark to then when the sun comes up is basically the message to get across to people who are feeling that there is no hope. And it's really shocking that some of the most jovial people and the life and soul of the party are the ones that are suffering the most, and they've got like this covering, this facade, and it's a very tricky thing to get a grip on. For a few years now we've been doing with the children. The suicide prevention with the United Nationalities and Marbella Summits. The last 2 years have been dedicated 100% to this issue because it is an issue. It really is an issue, even amongst privileged, rich, good families. It's something that's like a worldwide pandemic.
It just doesn't pick any particular person, Nicole. And as you said, the person walking down the street smiling, you have no idea what's going on in that person's life. So it can be scary because it doesn't show in some people sometimes.
And I think it's also kind of difficult to talk about because people feel responsible. I know as a parent, if your child's not happy, we feel it's our fault.
Of course.
And that we have to do something about it.
Yeah.
And to think that your child could be so desperately, or your partner or your friend so desperately unhappy and not know is also, so please be aware of this for anyone who's feeling really desperate and that nobody cares and there's no one for them or there's no solution. That is never the case. There's always someone who's going to be left with the feeling that they let you down.
Absolutely.
And that really... the light does come.
It does come.
It does come.
It does come. It comes when you do the walk, it comes before that. But the walk, and also there's an initiative this year, Do It Your Own Way, it's called. So basically you go on to darknessintolight.com, you register under Spain, you get the t-shirt, a yellow t-shirt, you pay €26 to register. The money all goes into AFASOL is here. AFASOL is the mental salute here.
And it's a fabulous association.
It is.
It's been going for a long time. It's based in Estepona. It's kind of...
I'm not sure if it's even down Bel Medina way.
I went to a place where they opened up a centre, but that's the centre that Michael opened.
There's a centre, a walk-in centre in Estepona, you're right.
It is, because I went to the opening of that with Michael, and that was lovely.
And there is also a walk-in centre in Costa del Sol Hospital.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, there is, yeah.
So if you are feeling down and need someone to talk into, you can basically just go to the hospital. And you can contact AFESOL, it's AFESOL.
Yes.
And that's really good. If you need English speakers, you have the Gibraltar Samaritans. And in fact, every single email I send out now, I have a list of you can speak to the Barandia in Spanish and the timetables they offer. Then you've got the Gibraltar Samaritans. They have a long time that they're open, like 12 hours, and you can do WhatsApp. And then when they're not open, the calls you can go send to a much cheaper call to England, to the UK. So it's nice to see that there are ways, but it's telling people.
Absolutely.
Because I've heard people say to me when they've had that moment, they just didn't know who to call.
Yeah.
They just didn't know what to do.
No, AFASOL is wonderful, and we're also doing a fashion show to raise funds for AFASOL and Darkness into Light on the 24th of April in the Harbour.
At the Harbour restaurant.
Yes.
My favourite, I don't like to have favourites, but I think everybody knows the Harbour is my favourite.
Yeah.
The food is excellent. The prices are superb.
Absolutely.
An evening it turns into a really exclusive restaurant, but they do great menus, great for doing events, great for doing parties, and a lovely venue. And thank you very much. I will definitely be there on the 24th of April.
And there's another Irish connection because Mark is Irish. So.
Right, of course. Mark is Irish, keeping it in the family. But again, we go back to you are everywhere. There's Irish everywhere.
Absolutely.
And I'm very happy with it. A lot of Irish bars have taken on our zero hero initiative, the
Wonderful.
Cladder and
Yeah.
the Hogan Stand and McNulty's, and so it's a very, again, it reminds me of the Andaluthers, very community spirited, very family oriented.
Absolutely, yeah.
Is it sold out yet for the 24th
few
of
tickets
April?
left, so you better
because
be
you
quick.
always. So, but if it is sold out, we can still give donations.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely. I mean, you go on to Darkness into Light, but you must select Spain, and so the money goes into Spain.
So darknessintolight.com.
And also AFASOL. You can go onto AFASOL's website as well and absolutely make a donation.
And make a donation. And then please share this information with your family and friends. On the 11th of May, it would be lovely to have as many people as possible walking. You do different tandems, isn't it? There's different areas.
There's Bella Medina, La Cala and Estepona, 3 walks.
Okay, so you can meet at any of those starting points.
And you can do your own. You can bring your dog, your cat, whatever.
So you can just come as you want.
But wear the T-shirts, create awareness.
So
That's
sign
what
up
it's
beforehand.
Sign up
Can
beforehand.
you get T-shirt on the day and just sign up in the morning?
Yes, you can, yeah. He doesn't like to, he likes to know the numbers before, obviously, but of course, we're never going to turn anyone away. Absolutely.
No, I can't, because I'm the kind of person that I don't really plan, because it's just finding the moment.
You can definitely turn up.
But I do turn up.
Yes.
I could turn up at 6. I get up Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is my busy days. That's not an ungodly hour for me. So
Nicole,
okay.
it's wonderful. It's the feeling you get inside is really special.
And being with the other people as well.
And a lot of them have lost people through suicide, which is...
It is shocking. When I asked the town hall the first year when I wanted to concentrate on the suicide prevention, I was terrified the town hall would say no because of happy and 5-star luxury. And it was the other way completely. It was immediately yes, because I don't think there are many people who haven't been touched now by somebody in their family or that they know that has had this issue.
Yes.
And it actually is a big issue in Marbella.
Yes, it is. Worldwide, Nicole, unfortunately, worldwide.
We're not exempt.
No, not at all.
We're not exempt. As I say, it doesn't affect colour, religion.
Not at all.
Anything. It's just everyone is susceptible.
But the help is out there and we're doing great things for it. So.
Definitely. And it's talking about it. And if you feel lost, lonely, please do call somebody, anybody. You're not a pain, and it's
a friend.
But even, I think, you see, this is what I've been looking at the last few years. We don't want to talk to friends and we don't want to speak to family because they've got enough things going on. You don't want to bother them. They wouldn't understand. I think it does need to be this third person.
I agree.
An anonymous somebody, which is why I'm really happy that they also have the WhatsApp ability and the Gibraltar Samaritans, because our youth, a lot of them don't know how to talk on the phone because it's all texting.
Yeah. So that's wonderful as well. Yeah.
In fact, Ian of Essential Magazine brought that up a few years ago at the event.
Oh, great.
About texting in there, so our kids, because they don't know how to talk anymore.
Wow.
It's so sad.
It is.
So sad. But it's not, because together we can make a difference. Hashtag better together. You have on the 24th of April a few spaces left at the fabulous Harbour Restaurant in the sports port, the Puerto Deportivo of Marbella, and that is in aid raising funds for AFASOL and for suicide prevention awareness. Darkness to Light on the 11th of May, starting at 6 in the morning from Bel Mare, La Cala and also Estepona. Go into the website darknessintolight.com. You'll find out exactly the points of leaving. Sign up for Spain, get your T-shirt, pay your €26 and just help somebody else.
Absolutely, yeah. Wonderful.
Lovely. Thank you so much.
And thank you, Nicole.
My absolute pleasure. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you look gorgeous.
Thank you.
No wonder she does fashion shows and they sell so much.
You're very kind. Thank you.
Well, that's it for this week. Thank you so much for my guests coming to join us, and thank you for watching. Please like, share and follow all the interviews. We have so many cool things going on in Marbella, and it's nice that we can support each other. Hashtag better together. You can watch recordings of the programme from the RTV Marbella.tv website. You can also go to my website, nicoleking.es, for links to the programme, to my Marbella Moments column in the Euro Weekly News, and our Zero Hero website with an ever-increasing list of restaurants, bars, hotels and clubs that offer free soft drinks to the designated driver. Why pay if you don't have to? Take care of yourselves, be nice to each other, and please join us again next week for more of what's going on in Marbella right now.
You feel it's gonna go.